Hey, it's Deltia from DeltiaSgaming.com here to do a quick video on Templar changes in patch 1.6 on the PTS. Boy, have things changed for the Templar. They seem to be ultra powerful right now, especially in PvP. The new ultimate ability, Radiant Oppression, seems like a game changer for this class. I'm doing this little PvE delve here, but I'm in my PvP gear, which is mainly built for sustainability. I feel the survivability is really good for the class right now, especially the damage that comes from this ultimate, or this single target, basically God mode beam of death. That's it right there. Now it starts at 50%, which seems to be a bit high. But look, boom! That has to get nerfed. It hits way too hard. Channel for 670 a tick. I mean, this thing is ripping people's faces off. So the Templar damage, I think, is actually a bit higher than it should be. It's just doing so much damage. And I'm using a goddamn Resto staff. I mean, imagine using Destruction Staff and all full PvE gear. This thing will do tons and tons of damage. Like I said, I don't know all the builds yet, what is good and what's not, but just naturally feeling it and doing PvP today, I was just nuking people. We had an army of Templars just running around and smashing people's faces off. So I think the Templar will be the new king of PvP. I don't know about PvE because I haven't been doing that much lately, but some of these instant casts are just so powerful. And I'll show you what I'm talking about to maybe give you a little bit better perspective. But Blazing Shield costs a little bit more, but as you can see, it's still nasty. Puncturing Sweeps did get a change to the passive, so now if you want to use Stamina and use that ability, you can. Oh gosh, that archer hit me hard. And it seems like the mobs are harder. It seems like DPS is a lot more toned down for every class. And I think 10,000 DPS is really the benchmark that you want to get. Okay, so like what changed with the Templar? A lot of stuff. Really, Crescent Sweep is still kind of the same. It's just basically a damage mitigating tool as an ultimate. I don't use it that much unless you're doing PvE tanking. That would be really effective. Puncturing Sweeps hits a lot harder. The other Morph Biting Jabs, which is basically your finisher for a melee attack, now scales off of stamina. So it's awesome for a Templar stamina build. Javelin, I don't really use that much. It's a good knockback, but it doesn't seem that effective. And this ability now, Binding Javelin, focuses off of stamina. So they did a couple different morphs change with that. Choppling Charge is kind of like your magic opener. I still like Invasion over this because the animation, they did change it, but it still feels a little bit sloppy. Blazing Spear, still really powerful. Now you can only stun one enemy for 2 seconds, so they try to cut back on the whole spamming 1,000 spears and stunning everyone in the group. I get that. Still a good damage tool. Blazing Shield still rocks. It's based off your amount of health and deals a lot more damage, it feels like. It does cost a little bit more, so it's harder to spam cast it, but I still think that's a really strong ability. I like it, especially for basically PvP tanking. Really like that. Dawn's Wrath, Solar Prison, this morph hits a little bit harder, so Nova is a good ability to use. Once again, the damage mitigation that you get from it is still 30%, so that's really good. I like it with a little bit more damage. Reflective Light gives you basically 20% critical while it's activated upon activation. So keeping up Reflective Light and channeling it into a structured entropy, which also grants you different 20% spell power. So using this in conjunction with structured entropy to get 20% spell power, 20% spell critical, it's a good combo. Dark Flare got a buff too. It lowered its cast time down, so that feels a lot more responsive, and also makes your next attack really good. So you could go Structured Entropy into a Dark Flare, into a Reflective Light, and do tons of damage. Purifying Light. This is an insta-cast now, so that feels really responsive. I love it. But the game changer is Radiant Aura, or Radiant Oppression. I took the wrong morph, so this is the heal one. The other one does an unbelievable amount of damage. Unbelievable. Like, it has to be fixed. We were just beaming people down left and right last night, or to this morning doing PvP. It's just utterly insane how much damage this does. So yes, you got rid of blinding flashes, but you got a game changing. It starts so early that's why it's so powerful. Love this ability. So the Restoring Light Tree, Breath of Life got a new animation. I'll show you guys. So it feels more responsive, but it does kind of identify you as the healer a little bit more. So you're going to get trolled. The big thing I do not like Radiant Aura got a massive nerf. So before it would basically give you 80%. Now you're looking at 10 and 20. So yes, you get 30% stamina and health regeneration, but what's 30%? You're losing 50% on that. So it's almost like you need to use Repentance over this anymore. I do not like that change. I really like my Radiant Aura, and I'm disappointed that that got changed. A lot of passives got changed too. I know Rune Focus got a little bit of tweaking, but dude, Templars are mean now. They are like the new Dragonites of PvP. They're so survivable, do a lot of damage. Now, is it going to be the end game best damage dealer? I don't know. I truthfully do not know. What I can tell you is it's fun to play. It really feels powerful and really feels like you can do a lot of damage. So here's like a little boss here that spawns some ads. Now, like I said, I'm in my PvP gear, but let's see what we can do. So Structured Entropy, get that bonus. Heavy attack. Where'd you go, bossy boss? There he is. Don't get stunned. Switch bars. And I didn't even bring a destruction staff, so I would be doing crushing shockwaves, which would be even more damage. Ugh, you die. And boom, rip their faces off. Oh, wrong target. There we go. As you can see, that ability is so cool. Oh, that execute hits hard. So Templar is hitting hard. And if you haven't seen the new Meteor, wow, is it impressive. Here it is. Boom! That thing hits like a truck. It is definitely the new ultimate to be used. But I love my Templar. I don't want to re-roll and ditch my Dragonknight over this, but I could see a lot of people really flavor of the monthing this class. It's so powerful. And I don't have the rotations down yet. Like I said, I'm like a fish out of water. This is like a brand new game for everyone now. This Lich will just not leave me alone, will it? It's okay. I'm a Templar, I don't die. I'm going to change my title now from not Dragonites don't die to Templars don't die. %. Look at this channel, dude. Look how powerful that is. Drop a meteor on his face, it just, I'm nuking people. Oh my, look at that DPS skyrocket. Boom! Wow. So, Templars. Now, I don't expect all these changes to stick with a Templar, but right now it feels like the dominant class in PvP. It really does. And I'm not talking about damage only. I'm talking about just survivability, the insta-cast on Purifying Light. I mean, that's a game changer for this class. I really like the changes so far. The new ability is phenomenal. It really does need to be nerfed, though. It is too powerful. You'll just see people beaming left and right. So, still working on the builds. This is initial thoughts. Like I said, things may change. The PTS might change. New patches coming in here and there. I really like the Templar's place. It is by far the most powerful that I've played so far. Even with the nerfs, a couple nerfs to the things that I like to use, which is Radiant Aura for the medium armor builds. But I'm sure there's ways around it. There's other Templars I've seen nuking my face off in PvP. Really like it so far. So if you're a Templar, I know a lot of you are, get excited. We're going to be doing the Sork next. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think about the Templar. As always, thank you for watching.